Well, the elevation of 16-year-old global warming activist Greta Thunberg to Time magazine's Person of the Year, it was not a big surprise. What do you expect when some climate leaders are comparing her with Jesus Christ? That's a literal interpretation. And in one way, we do need the Gretas of the world to fly a radical young flag to protect the planet. It's nothing new. We've had plenty more before her. My criticism of her, though, is that just like many of those students in Australia who protested against the government on this subject, Greta simply doesn't appreciate that small emitters such as Australia cannot change the temperature of the planet, even if we all stop man-made CO2 tomorrow. But her comrades around the world still want to bash up this country for not doing enough. It is just a dumb and way too emotional narrative to be treated seriously. But has Greta now become so intent on being a climate messiah that she's twisting the truth intentionally? Well, that could be the case because on her return trip home last week, Greta tweeted about riding on the floor of an overcrowded high-speed train. And she even posted photos of herself in very Spartan journey it was, by rail, surrounded by her many bags. And you thought to yourself, what a brave girl. How terrible that it would be overcrowded for her trip back home. Twitter users, Greta fans, responded by criticising the rail company. Except her poor, pitiful me routine was called out by the German railway company Deutsche Bahn. And in a statement, it said, "Dear Greta, thanks for supporting us railroaders." It went on to say, "It would have been even nicer if you had also reported how friendly and competently you were taken care of by our team in your seat in first class." Oops. She did later confirm she did in fact have a seat. Now, as I say, every generation needs a feisty activist for the planet. I've got no beef with that. But like so many Green politicians we know of in this country, the fight to make their point often leads to mistruths, often leads to exaggeration and alarmism, which just blows their cover and their reputations. I think Greta may be best advised to keep strictly to the facts, some of which she refuses to believe, and don't get sucked into the rubbery green tactics of her adult advisors, because that's a path to very short-term fame.